It's such a fun blend of sounds there, you know?
Yeah.
It's like hyper pop mixed with like traditional folk instruments. It's like an acoustic guitar and a mandolin.
But it has like a Yellow Card vibe to it to me.
Interesting. Like elaborate on that.
Maybe not Yellow Card specifically, but like a I don't know, it gives me the same feeling as like a pop punk anthem that I want to listen to in the car with my windows down. You know what I mean?
I totally get that.
Like it's just got like that like head bobbing, and also I love Rob Van Dam. That's like my favorite wrestler, dude. That's super funny.
You go.
RVD,
well, that was
baby.
the thing. When I first opened this song, it was just an attachment in my email. It wasn't out yet. It was the beginning of October. And I listened to this song like 5 times in a row, like full blast. I'm like, this song is so fucking fun to listen to.
Yeah, it's, I don't know, I just love how nobody's really conforming to a genre nowadays anymore. I mean, they are like maybe like the core, but I don't know, I just love how genres are kind of dying nowadays. I don't know, I like it.
No, I agree
we don't really
too.
Need them.
I think genre is interesting because it's important for marketing. Because obviously there's, different scenes that are into different kinds of music. And so you have to know who to market to. And so I see genre as more of a marketing tool than something to think about when you're actively creating music. Because like I feel like the most boring music that I can think of are the people who conform to every standard of a genre and are just like, this is how this music's supposed to sound, so that's how my music sounds. I find that boring. I really like the crossover stuff.
Yeah, and I feel like we're getting a lot more of that, especially in the DIY scene. And I think it's mostly because, all these, most of the people in the DIY scene are younger, and so they've had, only thing that they've had, they've always had Spotify maybe, or, they've always had access to all the music in the world, more or less. And, I think before, when people were like strictly rock, strictly country, strictly whatever, because that's what they listened to, That's what they listened to on the radio. That's what their local radio station played. And now we have all this access to everything in the world ever made in music history, more or less, unless you're Neil Young. But so I think that's a big part of it. Is just like no one's just like I like this music and that's about it. They're like I like music, It's less about I like country music and it's more I like music, which it should.
Yeah,
be.
no, I totally get that. I think that it's definitely you hit on the access part of it because especially if you're not from a large metropolitan area or whatever, if you're from the middle of nowhere, then you've probably got like 3 stations to choose from. 2 of them are country and one of them's going to be a rock station. Maybe there's a pop station in there. And that's kind of like what I grew up in, like that sort of area. Like I didn't, aside from like the big crossover like pop hits, I didn't even really get into any like hip hop or rap until I was like in college. Really, because I just didn't have access. I had Spotify, but I didn't know where to start. Yeah. And so I think that that's a big thing is also like the curated like algorithmic playlists or playlists that people make for specific vibes too. You're able to get something that would maybe help you cross over these genre lines into something else.
Can you say that again? I'm sorry.
Well, I was saying that I think that like curated playlists also help people get into specific genres of music, because like if you were to be like I want to get into metal and you just looked up metal music, you would be bombarded with a million different things from thrash to death metal to whatever else, whereas now people are taking the time to make playlists that are like this is like metal music for people who aren't into metal yet, to like serve as like a gateway almost, And
I think it's easier not just because of access but because of what you just said, is easier to find the music that you like, because I've listened to 100 of metal songs that I can't stand,
Yeah.
But I love metal, I like metal, I like hardcore. I don't like crowd killing though, putting it out there. Man, I don't know. That was just a great song, and genres are stupid, and I'm gonna listen to that again. That was great.
Yeah, they've got some other really good stuff too. They the other single for the upcoming album is called Fooly Cooly, and that's also a really fun one. They've got all sorts of like goofy names for their songs and stuff like that, but like everything that I've listened to so far has been just a really fun, like vibey song. So I'm really looking forward to when this album comes out.
Yeah, me too. It sounds great. Is the other song similar to that in terms of style?
Yeah, it's a little bit less like hyper poppy and a little bit more rock to me, but it's still got those like electronic and kind of like vaguely hyper pop kind of elements to it.
Yeah. Who was it by again? I'm sorry.
Race Car Bed.
Race Car Bed. I love that.
They've also got a producer
that so
tag
much.
that they put in all their stuff that's, I believe, from The Simpsons. I sleep in a racing car. Do you? It's so
awesome.
funny. I love it. It's so
I like
funny.
it when people have tags, man. Like, cause like Hey I Love You has that, where it says Hey I Love You at the beginning of each album. I don't know, I just love that, man. I love shit like that. And like what Full Blown Meltdown did with the whole, I like when songs flow into each other, but I feel like Will took that to a different, like they flow into each other, but not through the song, through like atmospheric,
Through like ambiance.
situational setups. Yeah. It's cool.
Yeah,
I love it. That's my
I
favorite part
agree
about
with
that album.
Me too. I will say though, I will push back. I think that some tags are cool, but I think that there's
the
some
best.
that's a good example. The stupid fucking DJ Khaled ones. But like, I feel like there's
I love that
a few producer tags that I just kind of can't stand, especially when they take up too much time within like the beat. Like some of them just take forever. I like when it's just like a little stab.
Yeah, that's why I like Hey I Love You so much, because it's like if I remember correctly, it's like a little cassette in sound, and it says Hey I Love You, and then it's the song.
Yeah.
Which is perfect. It's just like hey, this is the start of the record, boom, that song, you know?
So what do we have up next?
So this song is going to be from Woodkid,
Okay.
he's a French music video director. He's directed music videos for like Katy Perry,
Really?
Lady Gaga. Yeah, he did that all before he made the music. He does a lot of classical stuff. Like he's a composer, and the
Does
first
he
time
do
I
a
heard
lot of scoring?
he does. He's done stuff for a couple TV shows. He hasn't done anything for. He's done what was it? Arcane, the League of Legends show. He did that. He did a few songs in that. He did.
Okay.
He did a couple other things. He did the prologue for the Paralympics last year, or in 2021.
Oh,
he
interesting.
He does a bunch of random shit. Like he hasn't made music in a while. But this song is. When I found him first was in. You ever play Assassin's Creed Revelations?
I never really got into the Assassin's Creed games.
Okay. Well, when that was announced, I watched the E3 trailer, and he was the song of the trailer, and it's this song updated to like 2021. So it's called Iron, and it's Iron 2021 is what I'm gonna play now.